The Long Beach Immigrant Rights Coalition came into being in 2006 as a result of the massive historic marches for immigration reform that occurred all across the country. In Los Angeles, there was the biggest march ever, and my friend Mario Zagala, who was a fellow activist, immigration activist from the 1980s, and I went to that march, and we took the blue line. We were on the blue line packed like sardines with all kinds of other people that were getting on at Long Beach. And Mario and I looked at each other on the way home, which took, by the way, 2 hours to get from downtown LA to Long Beach. It took 2 hours, and we said, why are we going to LA? We need an immigrant rights organization in Long Beach.
This is the realization of a dream, which was to bring Long Beach and greater Long Beach area together.
The Long Beach Immigrant Rights Coalition today has the same core goals as it did when we started it 10 years ago. That is to fight for immigration reform, to support immigrants and serve and empower immigrants in the local community, and to make the local community welcoming for immigrants. But as you know, immigration reform has stagnated at the national level, so we've had to shift our focus to making reforms at the state and the local level. So that means some of the services that we provide are related to the things that we've been able to pass at the statewide level. We were able to pass the driver's license bill for undocumented citizens, undocumented residents, and we now help people prepare for that exam and so they can get their licenses. We have DACA at the national level, Deferred Action and Childhood Arrivals, with temporary protected status to Dreamers. So we help them fill out their application or provide them with free legal services to find out what their legal options are. We hold free legal clinics. We have a free adult ESL class, and we help with citizenship classes. In terms of empowering the community, we get them involved in campaigns to go visit state legislators and local elected officials. We've fought against towing, DUI checkpoints that were snagging a lot of undocumented drivers and getting them even deported. And we're constantly involved in new campaigns to make this community a more welcoming community and to promote change.
Organizations like the Long Beach Immigrant Rights Coalition are important to the community because of their commitment to social justice. We've been able to see this commitment through different developments and different campaigns, such as the Language Access Policy, which we passed a couple years ago, which created stronger relationships between non-English speaking communities and the city. We've seen this through AB 60. After 20 years of fighting, we finally have driver's licenses for our undocumented community. So there's less fear driving in the streets now. We've seen the development of DACA that was heavily led by undocumented youth. So now youth can work legally and be free of deportation, or protected from deportation, I should say. We've seen the development of May Day, of people coming out and saying, like, we need a change, something needs to happen for our marginalized and oppressed communities. And as we continue to grow, we begin to engage in different campaigns, such as deportation defense, as we've seen with the Bring Back Jose campaign. And so all of this work wouldn't have been able to happen without the commitment of organizations like the Long Beach Immigrant Rights Coalition and the community.
It is our duty to win!
It is our duty to win!
We must love and protect one another!
We must love and protect one another!
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
Got involved with the Long Beach Immigrant Rights Coalition in the summer of 2012. This was around the time DACA was rolling out, and so I wanted to give back to my community by helping others enroll into this program. How did y'all get involved with Lbirc?
I actually started as a volunteer myself. I started volunteering at the ESL classes, and that's what motivated me to continue to return to this organization, and eventually I became staff. How about you, Alicia?
I got involved with this organization as a transfer student from Santa Monica College on my way to Cal State Long Beach. And I also got involved in their ESL class and some of the political work that they were doing in the city of Long Beach.
The English is a second language for the ESL classes. began about 11 years ago. The city had just stopped funding the classes, and there was no place for the students to go to. At that time, I was doing citizenship classes, and I noticed that at least 50% of my students did not read or write English or Spanish. The Long Beach Immigrants' Right Coalition group stepped in, and they provided volunteers that were Cal State Long Beach students, and they came in and started doing the classes. I noticed a big difference in my class with them understanding, the students understanding more, and it was due to these classes.
Las clases de inglés han sido muy importantes para mí, ya que por estas clases pasé el programa, el test de ciudadanía, y también ha sido muy importante para mí porque así puedo platicar con mis hijos cuando no están hablando en español, les puedo entender cuando ellos hablan en inglés, y también con otras personas cuando solamente hablan inglés y no hablan español.
Las clases de inglés que ofrece la Coalición de Derechos de Inmigrantes de Long Beach me ha ayudado para mi vida diaria, que es como ir al doctor, como cuando voy a viajar. En eso me ha ayudado lo que he aprendido en las clases de inglés.
Las clases de inglés que ofrece la Coalición de Derechos de Inmigrantes me ha ayudado mucho en la vida diaria, y cuando voy a las tiendas me preguntan algo o así, y ya entiendo lo que me están diciendo y ya les puedo contestar también. Y tengo un niño de 9 años y también le ayudo a sus tareas, y pues sí, me ha ayudado bastante en la vida diaria.
So what makes this ESL program special and unique? It's the people who attend the classes. They come from not only Long Beach, but also surrounding areas and cities to come and be a part of this learning community. And our students come from a variety of language backgrounds from different countries, but they can relate to one another because of their shared experiences as immigrants in this place. And that forms a sense of camaraderie that's beautiful to see.
Yo me involucré con la Coalición de los Derechos de los Inmigrantes aquí en Long Beach por la razón principal de poder ayudar a mis hijas a lograr sus metas dentro de lo que es la educación. Y para eso yo necesitaba ayuda, necesitaba recursos, ya que las dos pues eran inmigrantes igual que yo y teníamos que buscar esa ayuda.
Lbirc has played a crucial role in our program by being host organizations for the Dream Summer program. Through the Dream Summer program, we were able to have folks be part of the research team that developed the first statewide study on and by immigrant youth, and worked on advocacy around Health for All and other immigrant rights campaigns.
My experience being a part of the Dream Summer internship was very enriching. I learned a lot through helping other people to be in protest. It was the first time I was in an organizing space, so it was really interesting. I learned a lot about being in organizing spaces and being able to lead people and be with the community. I think it was really interesting to be able to learn how people stand for what they want, and to teach people that they should be there for their rights no matter what their status is. Being undocumented myself, it was very empowering, and being able to motivate others to do the same. It was very reflective. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think it was very nice to be able to do the work that I thought I would never be able to do, to help my community and the things that I'm passionate about.
Some of the highlights that really impacted me in this internship was presenting a gender workshop with the mothers, and it was a very beautiful thing to see the space and for them to have the opportunity to talk about a topic that has never been presented to them. It was an important and enriching experience.
To Lbirc on its 10-year anniversary, I want to wish you congratulations. I can remember when you guys were just a volunteer-based coalition, and it's been amazing to see your growth and development in the community. And if anybody's heard this video and wants to get involved in language access, please contact one of the awesome organizers at Lbirc.
En esta celebración de los 10 años de la Coalición de los Derechos de Inmigrantes, yo los invito a que seamos parte de este cambio, no solo para nosotros, sino de nuestras futuras generaciones.
As we all know, this marks the 10th anniversary of the LBIRC, and I'm very excited, very happy to be able to be here and thank everybody here and congratulate you for your hard work, for making a difference in the community, for standing for social justice, and I wish more years for the LBIRC. Crystal, what do you wish them?
I first want to thank you for this amazing 10 years and wish 1,000 more for this work the community needs. I really encourage everyone to participate. At least for me, it was a life-changing experience I will never forget, and I know it could be that for you too.
So if you're watching this video, we'd like you to join us on our journey of building this organization that provides hope and provides changes to people in our community. Big changes and small changes. And it's really not that difficult to join us and get involved or help us build towards the next 10 years.